Oh my god, so if they decide to go in it, the people
That's Mookie. Get my buddy in here. Come in. Here he is. All right. Okay, guys. Earthquake! What's going on here? Yeah, Cap's on a date tonight, so I am taking the reins here. First solo pod for me, so I'm real nervous. I have a nice script here. Hey, come on, dude. Oh, I have my buddies here. This one actually talks. I told the story last time. But, no, it feels weird. I feel weird.
Oh. I'm starting to feel weird. What the hell? Oh no! Not again! Oh no!
But I'm gonna power through, and you know I'm gonna get all the stuff to you guys. The 30 people that are watching. You know I gotta keep our schedule. Keep on schedule. So see, I'm nervous. I can't even talk. You see how bad I am at this?
You're not bad.
Oh, I'm terrible. I'm terrible. I feel like Tom Hanks in Castaway right now.
Well, regardless, I would rather take my chance out there on the ocean than to stay here and die on this shithole island, spending the rest of my life talking to a goddamn volleyball!
I'm going to start talking to volleyballs, and, you know, my beard, by the end of it's going to be way longer, and I'm going to lose, like, 40 pounds. That'd be cool. You're okay. Couple things for you. Per usual, I am teasing this a little early here. Christmas time, around Christmas time, I am going to be doing an Andrew Luck style Christmas album. So it's all the Christmas songs you know and love, sung by me as Andrew Luck. Absolutely going to be amazing. So I'm teasing that. Shout out Ben Bartelt. He helped me with that idea. And sorry again for this being out so late tonight. I got caught up watching A Time to Kill. Great movie. I believe it's a John Grisham novel. And it just got me thinking of, like, movies aren't great anymore. They aren't made like they used to be. And as I'm watching this movie, the cast is unbelievable. Like, as you're watching, it's a good cast. And then, Sandra Bullock shows up. And then, you know, Kiefer Sutherland. There's Kiefer Sutherland. Next thing you know, they got the clan leader. It's Red. I don't know his name. Red from that 70s show. It's like, that's the 10th, 12th actor in the movie, Red. They just don't make movies like that anymore. And it brought me on the topic of Samuel L. Jackson, who's probably in the most movies ever, I believe. He has died more than anybody. Well, Sean Bean may have died more. So Samuel L. Jackson's died in 28 movies of his 180 movies. Now, that is more than Sean Bean. Now, Sean Bean has the highest percentage of deaths. It is 25 out of like 90. So if you see Sean Bean in a movie, he gone. He's dead. He's not coming back. This is the Week 10 preview show coming at you live from Ithaca, New York.
It's me coming to you live from Ithaca, New York.
Or Elburn, Illinois. All right, on to the Week 10 games here. We do have an early game. Usually it's a London game. This is a Germany game. There might be some Nazis there. I don't know, not to get too political here. Seahawks at Buccaneers. Both these teams, I mean, the Seahawks need this game. I know they're in first place, but they'll be 7-3 if they win this game, which is just absolutely crazy. Buccaneers 4-5. It is Buccaneers minus 2.5, over under 44.5. Pretty much both teams are healthy for the most part here. My initial lean is Buccaneers, just based on I have a hard time seeing the Seahawks being 7-3, and the Buccaneers are in first place. They can lose this game and still be in first place. I'm taking the Bucs. I am taking the over. I think Tom Brady finally has a big game. I'm talking 350, 3 touchdowns kind of thing. I know the Seahawks defense has been playing really good, but it was 3-4 weeks ago they were one of the worst defenses in the league. So I think it kind of gets back to normal here, and I'm taking the Bucs. Next game, Vikings at Bills. 7-1 versus 6-2. Vikings are 7-1. Big question here, Josh Allen's elbow. They're going to kind of take this all the way up to game time. In this division that they have, they're 1 game ahead of 2 teams and 2 games ahead of the last place team, so they need this game real bad. It's Bills -3, over under 43, and I believe this line opened up at about 6 before we realized what Josh Allen's injury was. If it's -3 and Josh Allen plays, I'm taking the Bills. They need this game. But if he doesn't play, this is going to go to Vikings -3, -2, something like that. So right now, I'm going to assume Josh Allen's playing. Taking the Bills, also taking the over. Bills gave up whatever it was, 23 points, 24 points to the Jets last week, and the Vikings had a down week against Washington, but I like the over there. Okay, Lions at Bears. One of these teams could leapfrog the Packers here if they win. Lions 2-6, Bears 3-6. Bears are -3, over under 48.5. This is tough. I liked it at 2.5. Fields is playing too well right now. I'm taking the Bears. It's a tough one, but I'm taking the Bears. I'm actually going to take the under here. I feel like it's going to be a popular over with how Fields is playing, how bad the Lions defense is, but they held Aaron Rodgers. I know it's Aaron Rodgers who's terrible right now. They held them to 9 points last week. I feel like they can kind of, stop Fields from passing. And is he going to run for 180 yards? Probably not. So give me that. All right, Broncos Titans. Broncos 3-5, Titans 5-3. Titans are 3-point favorites at home, over under 39. Tannehill's supposed to be back for this one. They really need him because they threw 5 passes, or they completed 5 passes last week in a close game against the Chiefs. I want the Broncos in this one. I want the points. I'm really hoping I might bet it if it goes to 3.5. I think Titans are solid, but Russ, they had a bye week. They showed out well against the Jags in their last game. I think they're getting healthier, and Russ had that week to rest his hamstring. He'll be more healthy than he was, and I'm taking the under here, even though it's a low number. It's 39, but I just don't see the Titans. Broncos' defense is solid. Even if they lost Nick Chubb, it's still a solid defense. Low-scoring game, something like 20-17. Jaguars, Chiefs. Jags are 3-6. Chiefs are 6-2. Chiefs -9.5 at home, over under 50. I'm taking the points. I'm taking the Jags here. They couldn't blow out a Titans team led by Malik Willis, and I still believe in Trevor Lawrence. I believe in that running game they have there with ETN. Christian Kirk has a big game here against Chiefs. I still think the Chiefs win by about 7, maybe 5, maybe 4, maybe 3. Any number under 9.5. How about that? And then over under 50, I'm taking the over here. I think the Jags score about 24 points, which would make it about 30-24 game. Moving on, Browns-Dolphins. This is the fishiest line of the week. Makes me really, really, really want to bet the Browns because this is Dolphins at home coming off a bunch of high-scoring outputs. I know the Browns are coming off a bye and that win against the Bengals, which is real impressive on Monday night, last Monday night. But this line is -3.5 Dolphins, over under 49.5, and it opened at 4. So I feel like this line should have been 6 or 7 with how the Dolphins are playing. And why it's so low, it's like they're baiting you to bet the Dolphins. It's my initial read on it. Because my head tells me to take the Dolphins here. But like Vegas with these lines, when they're fishy like this, Dolphins fishy, you get it? Vagina. I'm taking the Browns. With what I said, I don't know why. I'm taking the Browns, and I am taking the under, actually. I think the Browns' defense is solid. I think Myles Garrett causes a couple turnovers here, whether it be a strip sack or a quarterback hurry that leads into interception. I am taking the Browns. My picks are usually terrible, so just go against all these, by the way. Next game, Titans at Giants. Titans have 1 win of the season. They are pretty bad, but they've been covering. They covered against the Eagles last game. Giants -4.5, and we have over-under of 40.5. This should be an easy Giants, so that's why I'm going to take the Giants, and I'm going to take the over. I feel like this is a Saquon Barkley game, something like 28 carries, 180 yards, 2 touchdowns. Maybe he throws a touchdown. Danny Dimes gets right. I know Kenny Galladay might be coming back. All you that like mannequins out there, that's good for Kenny Galladay. All right, Saints at Steelers. This is a winner go home game. Steelers 2-6, pretty much eliminated anyway. But loser of this game, I know the Saints are in a shit division, but they're 3-6. They go 3-7. Sayonara. Saints minus 1.5 on the road, over under 40. Give me the Saints. I just don't believe in the Steelers. I know they're coming off a bye week, and I like Tomlin as a coach. That would be the only hesitancy I have on taking the Saints. But I'm taking the better team, taking the better defense, and I'm going to go under in this game. I don't think there's a lot of points scored. I think it's about 32, 33 points scored in this one. Next game, Colts at Raiders. Another winner go home game here. The Raiders they're probably already gone. They put Renfro on the injury list. They put Waller out. They're both out 4 weeks. They're missing a lot of players. They cut Jonathan Abram, who I thought was one of their better defensive players, at least going into the year, one of their better secondary guys. So they're in shambles. They're 2-6. They are 4.5-point favorites at home, over under 41. Now, I think this line has something to do with the Colts hiring Jeff Saturday, who was just in the booth all year and has no coaching experience and is like 40 years old. That's a Jim Irsay move. He's back to popping pills. So I don't trust him. I mean, I don't know how much worse he could be than Frank Reich, but I'm sure he's worse because Frank Reich was a quarterback in the NFL, backup quarterback in the NFL, assistant coach, and then a head coach. So what's Jeff Saturday done? He's called pregame stuff? I don't know. So I am going to I'm taking the Colts. I think the Raiders win in a close game, and I'm taking the points here. And I am taking the over, actually. I think the Raiders get right on offense, but the Colts hang around and score about 20. Next game, Cowboys-Packers. It's an interesting one. Before the year, at Packers, you'd never tell. If you told me this line, I'd be astounded. It is minus 4.5 Cowboys, over under 44. This is in Lambeau, by the way. I have a hard time taking the Packers with any spread, getting any amount of points right now. But yeah, I can't take the Packers. I'm taking the Cowboys. I can't take the Packers. Give me the Cowboys and give me the over here. I think Aaron Rodgers actually plays okay, mostly in like comeback garbage time. But the Cowboys defense is too good. Dak Prescott's healthy now. They're on a mission. They need to win. They need to keep up because the Eagles are at max losing 2 games this year, so they can't lose another game. Cardinals-Rams. Interesting one here because midweek, Matt Stafford suffered a concussion apparently on Sunday. Didn't get diagnosed or symptoms until Wednesday. It is Rams -3 right now. It was Rams, I think, minus maybe 4 or 5. I think it's going back down to like 1. I can't take the Cardinals, and Matt Stafford has not been good. So I'm going to go on coaching here. I'm taking the Rams regardless of the line, regardless of the quarterback, just because I just don't trust the Cardinals. Every time you bet on them, it's really tough, man. It hurts. You're just screaming at the TV pretty much. So I'm taking the Rams. I'm actually taking. Give me the under. 40.5 is the number. Give me the under here. Okay, Sunday Night Football. Chargers 49ers. 5-3 Chargers. 4-4 49ers. 49ers are 7-point favorites though. They got healthy. Debo will be back. So now we're actually going to see Debo, Kittle, Ayuk, CMC all playing at once. That's dangerous. That is a great offense right now. As long as Jimmy G can be a field manager and hit the big play when it's there. Chargers are still a little banged up, but I just don't think we've seen the best of Justin Herbert yet. He hasn't had a good game. He hasn't had a good season. I know he hasn't had a lot of weapons, but he was the kind of guy that was supposed to, it didn't matter who he had because he's a great quarterback. He's supposed to be one of these guys that just plug and play. Whoever you have there, he makes the best of them. That being said, I'm taking the 49ers here. Off a bye, that defense, the offense being healthy, damn, that's hard to say because that's pretty much me saying I don't believe in the Chargers at all. And I do believe in the Chargers. I think their defense is poo, and without Keenan Allen, without Mike Williams, that's a tall task here. So I'm going to take the Niners. If it goes up to 7.5, I'd be tempted to take the Chargers because I still think they have a chance to win the game. And you give them a chance that they lose by a touchdown, you win the bet. I like that a lot. Okay, Monday Night Football, kind of a stinker here. Commanders at Eagles. Commanders, man, they were pretty close to being 5-4. They should have beat What was it? I think it was the Chargers last week. It was Falcons, Chargers. I don't know. Disregard. Eagles are minus 11 at home. Over under 43.5. That's a lot of points. We saw them not cover against the Texans. I think the Commanders are a better team than the Texans. Give me the Commanders, give me the points, and give me the over. That wraps up the Week 10 recap. You have any questions, any concerns, you hit it up in the comment section for us. Cap will be back tomorrow. We'll be going over our bets, doing some other fun things. I may be shirtless. We don't know. But make sure you clean off your tables. Rob Squared.
And it's been a complete joy.